Hey, me again in the same eye look, same shirt, same everything. I'm going to do part 2 of the eyeshadow palette tag by Samantha March and Allie Glines. So let's get started. My all-time favorite palette. The Unicorn Cosmetics is becoming one of my all-time favorites, honestly. It's hard for me not to use it because it just has so many shades that I really like. Like, it has transition shades. It doesn't have yeah, it has midtones. It has not a lot of darks, but some darks. This is becoming one of my all-time favorites. Like, this is also super cheap. I love the mattes the most because I've been getting really into like Divina eyeshadows and metallic eyeshadows, but the shimmers are also really, really good. So this is becoming one of my all-time favorites, even though I've only had it for like a month-ish, 2-ish months. But this, one of my all-time favorites. New favorite. Can I say this? Even I just got it. One of my new favorites so far has not let me down. It's so pretty. I'm wearing it today. So by the way, Nomad Cosmetics Whistler palette. Keep for the memories. I talked about this in part 1. I keep for the memories, as well as it is really special to me, but I do really like the palette. I just don't like the shimmers. I told you guys that. But I got this from my husband as one of my first gifts from him. I think it was my first Valentine's Day gift from him, or Christmas? I can't remember. But anyway, it is really special to me. I keep this because I do like it. I like the mattes. I wouldn't keep a palette if I didn't like anything about it. Honestly, I probably would like give it to somebody, but I do want to use up all the mattes before I get rid of it. Shimmers, I probably will never hit pan on because they're just not my favorite shimmers. I have so many shimmer formulas that I like more. But yeah, so I could say, I guess I keep it kind of is for the memories. I don't know if that's like cheating. Underrated. If you guys don't know this, then I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what you think my answer is going to be. Unicorn Cosmetics Angel Palette. I swear, no one talks about this. I've only seen a couple of reviews on it, and people didn't really seem to like it. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I think the mattes are fantastic. I cannot say anything. Like, it is cheap. Like, the magnet, like, is not the strongest, but, like, to me, this is literally, like, my perfect mattes. It blends well. It's so cheap and affordable. So underrated. So underrated. Not a favorite, but can't get rid of. I'm sorry, J Kissa. Elf Cosmetics J Kissa to the rescue palette. The shimmers are not good at all. They're like, there's just not a lot of pigment to them. You really have to get like in there. But I've gotten like okay with the mattes. It's just still not my favorite palette. Like, I still don't go, oh my god, I want this. But it was cheap, but still, I do. And Aria, my daughter, decorated this. I don't know why I can't get rid of it. It's like, I like it, but I don't really reach for it very much. So anyway, but I would definitely not say it was a favorite. Favorite collab would have to be the Tiny Marvels palette by Sydney Grace with Mel Thompson. Absolutely. I love this palette a lot. It is one of my all-time favorite palettes too, so I could put that in my first question too, as an answer. Really, this is very special to me too. I love the packaging. I love I didn't know Mel Thompson, but she seemed like, very sweet, phenomenal person. I liked her aesthetic and everything that she stood for. And I really love the color story. The metallics are fantastic. There is not a dud in this palette. Every single shade is fantastic. Just super easy to work with. This is just so... I was so excited when I first saw pictures of it. And I was really excited when she announced it. I was just so excited to get it. I got it like as soon as it came out. Literally, I was so excited. Remember, she answered back to me when I asked if it was vegan, and she said yes. And I think I said something else, like I was so excited, and she was like, yay, or she liked it or something. But I remember being like, oh my god, Emma Thompson liked my comment. So This will always be my favorite collab. One of my favorite palettes forever. And it's in my project pan for a couple shades. I love it so much. I would always use it. 2021. So 2021 favorite. I got that in 2020. 2021 favorite. I didn't really get a lot of makeup in 2021, honestly. But I only got 2 eyeshadow palettes in 2021, honestly. So I will say my BH Cosmetics Lost in Los Angeles palette, because I didn't get a lot of time with the Unicorn Cosmetics palette in 2021. But I've been having so much fun with this palette. It's just, it's bright. It's like it was like my first time playing with pastels. I love the shimmers. This is so cheap too. So I will say this is my 2021 favorite. Didn't expect to love. I'm going to say the BH Cosmetics palette again, because this a few years ago, like, would not have been my cup of tea at all. Like, I would have been like so intimidated by the bright colors and the corals and the orange and like the matte white. Like, this would have been so not me. But now I'm like, look at me. You know? So I did not expect to love this, but I really, really do. Like, I can't say enough good things about this one. Again, it is very easy to use. I mean, it is so much fun. Palette that sparks joy. I wouldn't say this is a palette, but it's my pre-made palette. My Divina Cosmetics palette. I mean, I use this and I just get so happy. It is sparkly. It is shiny. They are just so much fun. I love the Carnival Suites collection. The Moonscapes. Carnival Suites is my favorite so far. And I have a couple of the Exploders. It's just, I mean, this just like, it is hard for me not to use these eyeshadows ever since I got them. Because it makes that like to your look. She's just, oh my god. Deandra. Like, voodoo magic in here. It's so good. And she's really, really nice. So that also sparks me joy. Newest palette to my collection is the Nomad Cosmetics Whistler palette. Literally got this yesterday, and I love it. I'm not gonna say the word obsessed. That's like too much. So yeah, newest palette to my collection. First palette used in 2022. I think on day 1, January 1st, I think I just used an inner corner shade from my Sydney Grace palette. I was trying to look at pictures. I think that's what I used. It was either the Moonspell palette or I used this. My first palette used in 2022. So that is part 2 of the eyeshadow palette tag. I will link Samantha March and Allie Glines video in my description box. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know the answers to these questions for you. What your favorite palettes were and other answers. I hope you subscribe, like, turn your notifications on, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.